Imagine finding a secluded campsite with breathtaking views of San Francisco, tucked away in the Marin Headlands. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the kicker. We managed to book this coveted spot just days before our trip, something I never thought possible in such a popular area. This alone made our experience at Slide Ranch unforgettable, beyond even the stunning coastal meadow setting overlooking the dramatic cliffs. What truly surprised me wasn't just the picture-perfect scenery or the unusually warm, sunny weather in a region typically shrouded in fog. It was the rare solitude we enjoyed at one of California's most sought-after camping destinations. Despite living in the Bay Area for nearly 10 years and being an enthusiastic camper, I had never tried to reserve a spot within the Golden Gate National Recreation Area before this visit. The competition for campsites there is fierce, especially during September and October, which locals affectionately call the Bay Area summer. Popular sites like Kirby Cove often get snapped up months ahead, pushing many campers, myself included, to seek out more remote national forests where free dispersed camping along dirt roads is plentiful. However, after discovering Slide Ranch on HipCamp, a platform that started listing this site about a year ago, I felt compelled to experience it firsthand. My girlfriend and I arrived midweek, a bit dizzy from the winding Highway 1 drive into the headlands. The campsites at Slide Ranch require a roughly 15-minute hike from the parking area, so we packed like we were going backpacking, though we allowed ourselves some comforts like pillows and lawn chairs. Thankfully, the ranch provides wheelbarrows to help carry gear down the uneven trail to the camp. At the trail's end, we stepped into a golden meadow perched on the cliff's edge, surrounded by coastal grasslands and chaparral. This was our home for the night. Apart from a cozy dome shelter for cooking, there was nothing else around. No other campers, no distractions, just pure nature. Slide Ranch is nestled on a hillside between Muir Beach and Stinson Beach, west of Muir Woods and under the watchful presence of Mount Tamalpais. Its history is fascinating. Originally a dairy farm, the land was bought by a developer in the 1950s, but narrowly escaped being turned into a luxury resort when Doug Ferguson, the founder of Slide Ranch, purchased it in 1969 to protect it. The following year, it became part of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. Since opening in 1970, Slide Ranch has primarily served as an outdoor education center. It welcomes thousands of school children from across the Bay Area each year, teaching them about land stewardship and sustainable agriculture. Young visitors get hands-on experiences like milking goats, caring for chickens, cooking with fresh garden vegetables, and spending nights listening to the ocean's waves crashing against the cliffs. Mila Marks, the ranch's executive director, shared a personal story about her childhood connection to the place. She recalled kneading dough made from garden ingredients while gazing out at the ocean, a memory that cemented her lifelong bond with Slide Ranch. When the job opening came up, she knew immediately it was where she belonged. Like me, Marks lives in Oakland and makes the daily hour-long journey to Slide Ranch to oversee educational programs and daily operations. The ranch also employs several live-in staff who reside in charming wooden tiny homes overlooking the ocean. These caretakers guide children through outdoor activities while managing the ranch's 134 acres. Interestingly, all the money generated from overnight campers like us directly supports the ranch's educational mission. Marks mentioned that profits from HipCamp bookings have doubled in the past year, enabling the ranch to sponsor even more student visits. During our visit, we learned about the native plants and animals that thrive in this coastal ecosystem, as well as the principles of food sovereignty. The idea that communities should have control over their own food systems. Marx pointed out a cluster of bushes blooming with small yellow flowers and invited us to taste the nectar at their tips, which was sweet and honey-like. While the ranch's bees produce real honey, these Jerusalem sage flowers offered a delightful natural treat. We also met the ranch's permanent residents, goats, sheep, chickens, and ducks. Our tour took us through a grove of cypress trees and chaparral to a trail leading down to the ocean, where children often explore tide pools. After the guided walk, we were free to explore. We hiked down to the shoreline, scrambling over rocks kissed by salt water, to a quiet beach where the only footprints besides ours belonged to deer. Back at our campsite, those same deer grazed peacefully in the meadow as we soaked up the sun. Rabbits darted between bushes, narrowly avoiding curious gray foxes. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a bank of coastal fog loomed, but hadn't yet enveloped us. In the fading light, the twinkling lights of San Francisco appeared along the southern shore, a constellation of urban stars against the vast darkness of the Pacific Ocean. It was in that moment I understood why so many people are drawn to camp here. I found myself silently thanking those stars for this rare, magical experience. But here's the part most people miss. While Slide Ranch offers an idyllic escape, it also raises important questions about access and conservation. Should such precious natural spaces be reserved for those who can snag last-minute bookings or afford platforms like HipCamp? And as the ranch's popularity grows, how will it balance preserving its fragile ecosystem with welcoming more visitors? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think places like Slide Ranch should remain exclusive to protect their environment? Or should access be expanded to more people eager to connect with nature? Sam Mauhay-Moore is a national parks reporter for SF Gate. Raised in Long Beach, he studied journalism and ethnic studies at San Francisco State. When not reporting, he enjoys truck camping in the mountains or relaxing in hot springs. You can reach him at sam.moore@sfgate.com.